What's going on, Buff Nation? Welcome back to another video. So it has been a drama-filled day with recruits flipping, not flipping. Jordan Seaton has been the prime focus for today, especially if you're a Buffs fan. Is he going to sign? What's going to happen? Well, as I was going to make this video, because Colorado just landed a lineman, tackle / inside offensive lineman, which we're going to get into. I promise we are. We're going to talk all about him and what this means for the Colorado Buffs. Jordan Seaton decided to go live with Hayes Fawcett and discuss his plans for his recruiting cycle. I'm going to play a little bit of a few clips here just so you can kind of see. Very, not quite sure the word I'm looking for. Interesting interview that unfolded. Talked about Maryland a few times, about the biggest flip of the day, about some 3-star, 4-star kid from South Carolina flipping to Maryland. He goes, very interesting, and he has been crystal ball to go to Maryland. If looking at it, a lot of red flags. May have dodged a bullet here if he does end up flipping to Maryland. Again, people were asking him if it's a troll. It was a very strange interview. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's about 20 minutes, and it's on our live tab. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but take a look at just kind of a few clips here of this interaction between him and Hayes Fawcett.
I want to take a moment and just hear everybody else's thoughts, what you guys think.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions, you want to put in the little question tab or put in the chat.
What are we watching?
Me and Jordan, I guess, will pick some and answer. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about his recruitment and stuff, but Jordan, while we're waiting on them to.
There has been a lot of coaches calling. Recently, Dylan Rayola in Nebraska has been my most recent DM.
Really? So over the last, 24, 48 hours, like, in terms of, like, coaches, like, calling you and schools reaching out, has it been, like, more of a, I guess, more of, like, a rapid, like, blow up, I guess, versus, like, after you committed? Did it kind of, like, slow down after you committed, or, like, did you just continue to get, calls and, continue to be recruited hard?
The train never stopped. So, I think after I committed, it actually went up, in my opinion.
Now, last night, they obviously the Buffs landed Samuel Okinola, the edge rusher from Pitt, the same time that King Joseph Edward was committing. And when that happened, I was like, you know what? That probably is the response to not landing King Joseph. And then it happened to be that King Joseph went to Syracuse. So that happened. Well, tonight, Colorado, which I thought a commit or something big would happen today. Nothing too crazy. But look, I will say it was a W because nothing outside of Amontre Bradford, who flipped, which I spoke up to that video about, and that video about Amontre Bradford flipping, was their only real big news for Colorado. But everybody's signing. Healthy news, great news, where a lot of schools lost some players today. It's best to not be, having to worry about losing guys. But they did land 6'5", 250 offensive tackle / inside offensive lineman Philip Houston. Played at FAU, started all 5 games in 2022, then started all 12 games in 2023, which basically got him a lot of attention headed into this coming season. So got a few years of eligibility left. Again, played left tackle throughout those games, but it does have to have him listed as an inside offensive lineman. So we'll see how this plays out. Looks like more of a depth add, but again, being labeled as a tackle, was wondering if it could be a replacement pickup to what Jordan Seaton was supposed to be. Obviously, Jordan Seaton being an offensive tackle, and with how this thing is shaken out, it's like, look, I'm not playing these games with you. I'm not going back and forth. You committed to us on the 7th, went on national television, talked about being committed to Colorado. Now it's signing day, and you want to think about it for 2 more days. Coach Prime's talked about, like, I'm not getting to this back and forth. Either you want to be a Buff or you don't. I truly believe from this interview here and watching this thing unfold that Colorado may have pulled their offer. And the reason I say that is, following recruiting for quite some time now, again, coaches will pull their offers if they feel like, look, I'm not playing these games with you. Think you're a great player, but I'm not dealing with that. You'll be more of a head case in the locker room and more of an issue in the locker room than you will be, an advantage on the football field. Think you're a great player. Appreciate your time, man, but no thanks. That's never going to come out publicly. They're not going to ruin that kid's image. They'll move on. They'll continue to move on. And Maryland seems to be now leading the way, as he does live in Washington, so close to Maryland. He did state in the live that he will be signing at IMG, which is in Florida, and that he still is currently a Buff. Because somebody asked about him going to Notre Dame. He goes, I'm a Buff. So, wildness. Let me know it on the comment section. Watch the clips that you saw. Do you still, hey, we want this guy as a Buff. I don't care about the drama. I think he's talented enough. Let's have him. Or you've seen enough to go, hey, let's charge it up. No big deal. Let's move on. Let's keep it rolling. Want to hear from you guys again. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, turn the bell on. I expect some things to kind of start to heat up more in the transfer portal as it does close in early January. So expect things to get a little rowdy for these next 2 weeks, especially as these bowl games start rolling in and ending. More guys will be entering into the transfer portal. But again, smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.